All right, welcome back, guys. Hope you enjoyed the extensive breakdown yesterday. Today, we're going to make it a lot shorter. Hasn't been a lot of movement after a huge move like that. Sometimes things have to slow down. So we're going to keep it simple. Real easy resistance and support range we can look at. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to do something I haven't done. We're going to do an altcoin breakdown. I'm going to look at some of the top altcoins for you, okay? So this is Crypto Rolly, the crypto watch that never stops, live technical analysis, price predictions, and trading. Remember, do your own research. These are my own ideas and opinions on the market. Trade at your own risk. Hit that like, comment, subscribe, tick the bell for notifications, share with your friend, share with your neighbors. Let's get this crypto. Hey, all right. So looking at the market, we got green across the board. Everything's seeing a little bit of a bounce after a major dump like that. Very normal to see a bounce. Maybe it's a dead cat bounce, just a low volume correction. Or, maybe we'll continue the uptrend. We'll have to see. We'll break it down for you guys. The volume is low. We're under 1 billion. It's still the weekday. Going into the weekend, it's going to be even lower most likely. So, I'm expecting mostly sideways, or maybe we'll see some weekend shenanigans, okay? But Litecoin's up 8%, doing real well today. Probably the top gainer in the top 10. But, Chainlink 5%, Bitcoin Cash 6%. So, yeah, good time to look at some altcoins. Is it time to buy the pullback? We'll take a look. The crypto fear and greed index is, still at a 44. People are still pretty nervous right now. Understandable. We're at a critical point. We're at a major support, but if that support breaks, you could see this go down a little bit further. The block halving is 80 days away. Okay, so looking at the chart, we're just going to do a quick breakdown on Bitcoin because, like I said, I went pretty in depth yesterday, longest video ever, and not much has changed. But, the main thing I'm looking at, and it's going to be real simple over the weekend, is going to be this descending triangle slash, falling channel even, okay? So we have, the 95.50, we'll call it today, the 95.50 horizontal support, resistance, now support again. After the first, sell off, we found support on 95.50, 9600. We had that CME gap fill to the top, lower high, drop down. We have some wicks down below, to the 9300, 9200 area, but each one gets picked back up and closed back above 95.50, 9600, and it looks like we might want to float our way this way. We can look at the 4-hour a little bit closer here, and basically this is really simple for me. This is a very strong horizontal. Some people are drawing, basically they're drawing maybe a channel like this. Either way, I still say this is strong. And if we do close like a 4-hour candle minimum confirmation beneath here, I definitely think we'll hit this trend line, if not further, okay? But if you want to look at it from a bullish standpoint, you can look at this as a falling channel. We had a rising channel here. Now we're forming a falling channel. I would like to see us stay above here, but say we do break it beneath and we find support here and fill this out within here. This would be, a potential macro bull flag, so to say, okay? You have a rising channel, then a falling channel, and if this breaks out bullish, then you have a bull flag. We'll probably tag the top of this descending triangle from this top down to 20K to 14K. So we'll probably tag somewhere around here, if not break and go higher. But so what do we have to do for that to happen? Well, if you go down to the 4-hour, we want to look for a 4-hour close above this descending trend line. So whether we're in a falling channel bull flag or we're in a descending triangle, if we fill this out, maintain this horizontal, but these lower highs continue. So if it's a descending triangle, these typically break down, okay? Much like we did over here with this descending triangle, finally it broke down. So this rally could be a mini version of this rally. Just a possibility, That would be the bear argument, descending triangle, 4-hour candle break beneath, more downside. The bull argument is this is a bull flag, 4-hour candle breaking this descending trend line, most likely a test up. If we can close above this guy, even better, because then not only will you have broken this trend line, but you'll also negated the lower high trajectory. And that's as simple as we go. I mean, basically, I don't need many indicators to see. I mean, we can just look at the EMA MAs on the 4-hour. You can see you have the 21 EMA is still providing resistance. So it's a possibility that we have trouble getting above. But if we do get above, I'm looking for that as my resistance there. And I think we can move on. If you want to buy support, sell resistance. I think you're pretty safe. I think it'll be a slow weekend, so I'm not too interested. That's why we're going to look at altcoins today. Altcoins. So before I go into some of the charts, I just want to show you that this top 10 right here, top 20, is very different from a year ago, 2 years ago. So, what's hot today might not be hot 6 months from now or next year. The most interesting is to see that Chainlink and Tezos. Tezos cracking the top 10, Chainlink up to 11. These were, further down in the list, not too long ago. And you had people like Neo was a top 10 coin about 2 years ago. Not too many people talking about Neo, but it's still in the top 20. Huobi token, I've never owned because I'm not on Huobi, but you can see the exchange tokens have done well. This is up top 20. You got BNB number 9 in the top 10. So exchange tokens have done well. And, I think Coinbase, Tezos and Chainlink both being on Coinbase might have some influence on it. We were thinking back in the day, the reason that there was a lot of hype in potential Coinbase listings was when Bitcoin Cash got added to Coinbase, it skyrocketed in price. So everyone was anticipating what the next coin would be because they figured if the next coin goes on Coinbase, it also will skyrocket. So when there was rumors that XRP would be listed, you would see, the price on XRP go up with the rumor, and then they realized it wasn't going to happen and it would just dump again. But we were in a bear market, so the Coinbase listings really didn't have an effect. But what we can see is that the best performing altcoins, Tezos and Link, are both on Coinbase. So moving into a potential bull market, we want to watch out for these Coinbase coins. Okay, so let's take a look at a few of them. We'll go to Coinbase Pro, and not in any particular order, and we're just going to do a large time frame look at some of these. Okay, so Tezos, the darling of this year, is very high. It's very extended. We can see we had earlier, this is in 2019. It had a major run up. Basically, when Bitcoin was finally having its run up and break out of the bear market, it also performed very well. And this move has almost completed just as high as this. If you include this, maybe more. You can see from here to here, this is a 400% gain. From here to here, you're talking about 400% again. So could we see a correction? Potentially, maybe filling out down this way. All these altcoins are really going to depend on how Bitcoin performs right here. Basically, if we just go sideways, this could be an opportunity for some of the altcoins to continue pumping. We'll have to monitor, the big boys. We'll see, if one is a leading indicator. Litecoin's doing well today, but still looks like a bounce. But, if you see Ethereum leading the pack or, Link leading the pack, you could see some of the altcoins follow. We'll have to take a look at that. But we have talked about how, this RSI on the daily Bitcoin dominance was super low. So we were looking for a bounce. If Bitcoin's dominance continues to rise, altcoins might not be the best, to be involved in just for the moment. You might still have a great performance from a couple of them like Tezos. So we'll go back to that and look at, what we could trade. But here's the thing, during this alt season here, and alt season can come, in a month or two time span and then disappear for a while, okay? But for the time being, we're having this one, we had this one here. And what is my point here? Okay, my point is here, if you were trading alts, you could have gone into 5, 6 at a time, just been stacking alts, just buy, have a reasonable stop, take profits, okay? But if Bitcoin dominance is going to rise, you might want to be more selective, maybe just 1 or 2 altcoins trades. You don't want to be too heavy into altcoins if Bitcoin dominance is going up. Now, if Bitcoin dominance, hits resistance and rejected here and starts falling more, it's a great opportunity to have a big altcoin bag, okay? So we're going to be more selective at the moment. So let's go back to the Tezos chart. Now, we all know that it's had a run up, overextended. So but it could keep going, okay? So we're going to have a tight stop on something like this. And if you look at the 4-hour, we were hitting resistance here. At this moment here, it was a potential double top like Ethereum, but we were able to break above it, and we did find support here. So this was a resistance flip support. So this is good to see. You could have a potential, we're just looking at maybe a potential bull flag even on Tezos. So if you wanted to trade Tezos, I would just, keep in mind that it has run up pretty high. Bitcoin might have a correction. If all of that happens at the same time, you might see a correction here as well. But if you want to just, maintain the trend is your friend till it's not, you're looking at potential bull flag, a break of this, continuation up, break here, you might fall down. So for this one, we have to look very close because the price has been moving fast on it. Let's go to XRP. XRP, we were talking about this yesterday briefly. I don't have it on here. Okay, we can redraw it, no issue. We were looking at a pretty clear horizontal support on price. So let's go ahead and draw that here. I think this was somewhere around, I don't know, we'll have to move this around. Well, so you have a support here, resistance flip, and resistance then flipped as support. Once it broke here, fell down again, having trouble. So let's look at the moving averages on this one real quick. Okay, so the moving averages, XRP is above its 200 EMA and the 200 simple. So this is good on the daily basis. And, maybe if we come in a little closer, we can see that you also have this support horizontal here. So I'd like to see us get back above this yellow 21 EMA on the daily for XRP and find support here on this one. Otherwise, if you break this, we could continue further down, much like if Bitcoin breaks down, okay? But if you look at the weekly on XRP, the weekly, we are above the 21 EMA, and we came down and bounced perfect off the weekly 21 EMA. So this could have been a great pullback buy right here. Now, if price continues to droop down, maybe we'll wait for more of a bounce down here on the yellow 21 EMA, but you're still maintaining that. So that's good to see. And like I say, we're above the 200 EMA. I don't want to see it come down much further. I would like to find support here to continue up, okay? Litecoin did have a big bounce today, but on the daily you can see that the 10 simple is acting as resistance, and you have a bit of a falling channel here, which, like Bitcoin, if it breaks out bullish, could be just a big bull flag. But you could also see, this get rejected here and then fill out this falling channel, especially since you're getting rejected here. We'll have to see if we close back above the daily 21 EMA. Looking at the weekly, we did find nice support right above our 50 EMA and 100 EMA on the weekly. So that was good to see. We had a breakout, now retest, finding support. We're still above the 21 EMA. So, that wasn't a bad buy if you were, anticipating a move like that. And you see a nice horizontal support using the daily 377 here. So, a lot of these charts are going to be slightly similar because basically Bitcoin runs the show. Bitcoin goes up, they all go up. Bitcoin drops, they all drop. They drop and rise maybe slightly different rates, but you're going to see very similar charts. So that's why with altcoins, you have to keep your eye on Bitcoin. Okay. Link. Let's take a look at Link. Link has been super bullish. Been using this 10 simple as support, and currently finding support on the 10 simple. So this one still looks really good to me. If it did drop beneath the 21 EMAs coming at $3.80 about, but you could also draw a potential bull flag on this guy. I see a rising trend line there. This could be either a bull flag, symmetrical triangle, or you could even have, an ascending triangle, kind of like Ethereum. I'll show you in a second, something like that. Ascending triangle would be a bullish pattern. So, if you go down to the 4 hour and you were looking for, a potential trade, you would want to have your stop, below one of these guys here, because if we break this, you'll break that rising trend line, and then if you break this, you'll break your horizontal support. You also have a horizontal support right here. But still, this looks pretty good right here still on Chainlink. Using our EMA, we're back above, the yellow 21 EMA on the 4 hour. Your stochastics are rising. You do have some bearish divergence on the 4 hour, but not a big deal. Still a lower time frame, and your 12 hours still is closed above the 10 simple. So keep your eye on Chainlink, since this has been a big mover and doesn't look bearish at all to me, actually. Okay, so let's keep it moving. Ethereum, we talked about yesterday, had that double top. But what I can say is that we did not form a lower low like we did on Bitcoin or Litecoin, where Bitcoin and Litecoin look like more falling channels, or Bitcoin descending channel. This one did not form a lower low like Chainlink, and you have now a horizontal resistance, and you have a rising trend line, which could fill out to be an ascending triangle, also a bullish pattern that could break out. So it's interesting to see that Ethereum and Link, that have been doing really well, could be forming ascending triangles, where Bitcoin and Litecoin are in falling channels with lower highs, but if they break out bullish, there will just be a bull flag. Okay, so when you're looking at all of this combined, they have, there's definitely bullish potential here. The only thing is Bitcoin runs the show, so if Bitcoin starts dumping, they're all going to suffer, and we have seen a bit of a rise on the Bitcoin dominance. I have just 3 more, and we'll finish this up. We're looking at EOS. EOS is finding support here on a horizontal that's been drawn a little further out. Let's see where this came from. So I don't know. Okay, so we had support here, and resistance came above but couldn't maintain, dropped. You had resistance here, found support, finding support here. So this would be a important horizontal for EOS. Would like to see this continue higher. However, this looks kind of ugly. Looking at the 12-hour high, lower highs, still putting in lower highs, especially if you get rejected by the 10 simple, or the 21 EMA could come down and reject it as well. Okay, so not my favorite one. And Dash also kind of hit hard. We'll see if the 21 acts as resistance here. Okay, on Dash. Dash, has potential. It has a nice use case, but some of the other charts just look a little better to me at the moment. Bitcoin Cash, did find support on this horizontal as resistance, flipped support, dropped down, finding support here, coinciding with this 100 EMA on the 12-hour. Let's see on the daily. On the daily, above the 377 EMA, nice to see, above the 50 EMA. So you could get rejected also by the 21 EMA. So the 21 EMA on the daily is looking important for many of these to break back above. On the weekly, you broke above the 50 EMA on the weekly, came up, rejected, but we came down and retested it, finding support on it. Not bad, above the 21 EMA. So we had a pullback, but this pullback could be a potential great opportunity. We could be looking at, a good pullback to buy at, depending if these are bull flags or not. Now, if Bitcoin starts closing beneath 9,600, we could see a further pullback in the entire crypto market. So, like I said, as far as your exposure to altcoins, personally, and this is not financial advice, this is just my own opinion, I would keep it limited and my risk minimal. And if we start seeing bull flags break out across the board, could be a good time to jump in, act quick, keep your stops in profit, and let's make some money. All right. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hit the like, comment, subscribe one last time, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy your weekend, guys. I'm out.